Columbus is a place that is full of great people doing great things. If you are a nonprofit organization, a 501c3, and you have an event or something that is helping the community, helping the people of this area, we would love to hear from you. We would love to talk about it. We would love to get that information out there to the community. Email me at dbritt, that's DBRITT, at columbusga.org, and we would love to talk to you here on Columbus Connections. Welcome to Columbus Connections. I am your host, David Britt, and welcome to 2017. This is our first show of the year, and we got a lot of great things going on. As you know, every year we bring people in, we talk to them, people who are doing things for the community to benefit us, to push us forward, because the only way we're going to get there is together. Now, one of the champions of that historically and in American history, the champion of us moving forward together is none other than Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And so many great things are done in his honor, and this is going to be another one of those. Now, a lot of things are done around the observation of his birthday, the weekend of January 15th, 16th, 17th. But this program is going to be the week after, so if there's a lot of things going on that weekend, you still have an opportunity to do some other stuff. We're going to talk about a health walk and how important it is in our community to really be mindful of your health. I have with me none other than Miss Loretta Cobb. Now, if you know her, or if you don't know her, she is a athletic legend in the community. You, I think, currently have the highest scoring record of any female high school basketball player.
Yes.
So she's like the female Michael Jordan of Columbus. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, David. Thanks for having me here.
And welcome back. You've been on here back when we were in the old building, so I think
Yes.
this is your first time
Yes.
checking out the new digs.
And it's a beautiful building, loving it. Yes, I was here before, and we did the old school basketball game, and that was in my baby sister's honor.
Right.
So this time I'm targeting on a different arena, and it's truly way bigger than that game, David. This is a life-changing thing for all of us. It's an epidemic in our communities, and I'm just trying to bring awareness to it. So I have joined with some of my volunteer staffs and members, and we're going to have a first annual Dr. Martin Luther King Unity Walk of Faith.
Okay. Explain that to me, the Martin Luther King, because like I said, there are so many things that go on in the name of Dr. Martin Luther King. What will this be, and what's it going to target?
Well, we're going to march for our healthcare awareness. We're going to gather with everybody in the communities and the churches and everybody in the organizations, and I'm asking them to come out and support this cause. We're going to have guest speakers to come out and speak to us about our health care. There's truly a need for this, David, because we as citizens and family members, we really don't quite understand when a person in our family becomes ill and then they're turned over to different facilities or doctors to take care of us. But my job as an advocate, knowing the past that I've had to deal with my loved ones, I've had, out of 8 members, I've had 5 of them pass because of health reasons. So it's only 3 of us left. And my brother and sister, they're struggling with diabetes and hypertension. And I was just diagnosed about 3 weeks ago that I'm pre-diabetic. So I have taken on this challenge to make a change because I truly don't want to go down that road that I watched them go down.
Yeah. You talked through that, but that's pretty big. Out of 8 of your family members,
Yes.
there are only 3 left.
Yes, that is
And
true.
all of that is due to health-related issues.
Definitely.
And so many of those are preventable.
Exactly. My sister was 45 years of age when she had a massive hematoma stroke. And she was also diagnosed when I was playing basketball with juvenile diabetes, which the lifespan I found out so many years later that they don't live a longer lifespan, but the quality surely could have been changed if I had known a lot of literature and knew how to work with her and handle it with her. And that's something that I truly regret, not being able to understand her sickness. And then to watch the rest of my family members. My brother died of lung cancer. My oldest brother passed in 2015 from a cranial fracture. And my mother passed a week after him, a week before him. She had what we call pneumonia, but her lungs, they were aspirated. So she was in a nursing home at the time, and she aspirated, and then she died of pneumonia. So it is very dear to me to reach out to my communities. I truly don't want anybody to have to go through what I've had to endure.
Right. So with this faith, this walk of faith, how will that help? What is your goal to get out to the people?
My goal is to bring self-awareness to our communities. I would love to see the churches get more involved in understanding their members' sickness, have a roll call of their ailments, so when there is something that happens to a member or a loved one, that you would have that information. I did a thing on my sister, my oldest sister, and her name is Verita Cobb, and she's on, David, about 26 different medications. I had no idea that my sister was really that sick. All I knew is when we get the phone call and she was at the ER and things wasn't going right with her, I would show up, but then we say, well, are you okay? Then we go back home. But now I've taken a further step to reach out to the communities. I think that we need to educate one another. We need to understand our sicknesses, and we can deal with them on a better level. A lot of times I watched my mother go through pre-dementia, and she became real irritable and things that I just thought she was just being mean to me because she was sick. But I didn't understand that the sickness causes that. So I had to learn. And 10 years dealing with her health in the nursing homes, I just took a personal vow to say, look, we can do better. As a community, we can educate one another, we can support one another. And some of it, like you said, is pre-preventive. We can exercise, we can change our eating habits, and that is so important because I got a wake-up call, so I truly have to change mine.
Yeah. So it's going to be on January 28th.
Yes.
From 12 to 2?
Yes.
And besides the walk, what other things will you have at the event?
Well, we're going to initially line up in Dr. Cook's office right there, 1190 Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. We'll have the Congressman Sanford Bishop leading the walk, and we'll have the radio station out playing music, and we're going to have signs holding up for whatever ailment it is in our families that we're asking God to help heal us with. We'll have those signs up praying for them, and we'll be marching and chanting. When we get to Brewer Elementary, then we'll go inside of the gymnasium, and we'll have all of the literature and the table set up, and we'll have some snacks for the people that walk. We'll have water for them, and then we'll have Dr. DePili Agarwal, Councilman Pop Barnes will be there as a guest speaker, and I have a couple more guest speakers to be there to educate us on our healthcare awareness.
Now, one thing that people have to realize, I think, in health is being in health doesn't necessarily mean having a six-pack. Or having, bulging biceps.
No.
Because so many of us don't know much about exercise, or don't know enough, or just living and eating healthy. Why do you think health is it's an aware topic, but it's something that we all don't seem to know enough about? Why do you think that is?
I think being an ex-athlete, David, when I was coming up, even though I was working out and running and doing suicides and doing everything that I thought I was doing to be in shape and be healthy, I wasn't eating right. I would go to McDonald's, I'd get me a Burger King, and then my senior year, my bones were so fragile from not eating the correct foods, doing the history. I grew up in the foster home, so of course we didn't have the correct food out there that was available. We ate what we needed to fill us up. Right. But as I got older and I started doing studies and research on these things, there are so many foods and vegetables and stuff that I never even ate, never even tried to eat. And now I'm becoming so aware of the different things that are good for us and the things that are bad for us. And the things that keep your A1C levels down, even though you have a history of diabetes or you have something that's hereditary, you still doesn't have to be a candidate for that. Those are things that we can do to self-predicate that, self-prevent it.
Gotcha. And like just you said what was
A1C, that's
what
your
is
glucose
that? Because
levels.
some people may not know about
the
that.
The A1C is your glucose levels that controls your diabetes. That determines whether you're a diabetic or you're not. And I think the starting scale is like 6.5. So when I had my blood work done, I was 6.8. So had been going to the doctor for years, but that was never really targeted or talked to me about because, again, I had 8 members in my family that were diabetic. So I should have known that I could become a candidate. So I should have done a better job controlling what I was eating and the things that I was doing, and the sweets and all of that greasy foods and the chitlins and the hog maws and the fried chicken.
Yeah, you can have. Now I'm not the best. I'm not the best healthy eater, but you can have the chitlins. If it's just chitlins, I'm good on that. The cakes and the cheesecake, that's my problem. But chitlins, yeah, I'm straight on that. You can,
okay, but you do understand
Yeah,
that
but
the way
definitely.
what we put into our bodies is a temple. And my thing is, David, I want to bring awareness to the communities, to let them know that I'm here for them, that we're here for them. This is an annual event. I'm doing it in honor of my loving mother, but it's a continuous thing. And all I want us to do is take a vow to live a better and healthier lives. And then we can make a difference. I know that we can do it. So that's really what this walk is about.
And where did it, because you've been through so many things with your different family members.
Yes,
And you've had other events.
yes.
What made you do the walk? What was the moment that said, I got to do something else?
It was a spiritual thing, David. I was going through, I didn't think that I was depressed with all of my family members leaving within the 4-year time, because I was there to do the programs and make sure, they had the best service that we could provide for them. So I was trying to be the strong one in the family, because I always have kind of like tried to be a leader, being an athlete. I always tried to lead by example. But deep down inside, that thing really was aching me. It was really hurting me. And I guess God felt in my spirit one morning, about 5 o'clock, he kept waking me up the same time every morning for about at least 3 weeks, I know. And I just kept saying, well, Lord, am I waking up praying, or what are you trying to tell me? And then I started thinking about what could I do for my family members to get over this grief. So this is kind of a thing that I feel like in my heart, this will help heal me from what I've been through, and it will make a difference in other people's lives as well that have had to grieve with their loved one, whether they died of cancer or heart attacks or sudden tragedies. I think that this walk is going to be a healing for all of us.
Gotcha. So it's taking that pain and
I think so.
and using that to fuel something positive.
Yes.
Something
I
that'll
think that's
help
the way
others.
you deal with it. I didn't really want to go through that total depression mode, even though I felt myself going that way. And I just thank God for giving me the courage and the strength to try to do something like this. Trust me, I've only put it together for like 2 months. I didn't have any idea, but he has truly been in the midst. He has sent so many people to help me, so many pastors and friends and nurses that have come out to help support this thing. I really think it's going to be a great day in the community, David.
Awesome. And again, January the 28th.
Yes.
12 to 2.
12 to
That's
2.
on a Saturday.
That's on
so
a
you don't have
Saturday.
any excuse.
That's true.
And you're going to start off, where's the address where you're going to start?
We're going to line up in the parking lot of Dr. Henry Cook Jr.'s parking lot. It's the 1190 Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. We will line up in the parking lot, and then we will march to Brewer Elementary School, which is on, it's right on the corner of Martin Luther King. It's really on Martin Luther King. And then we'll have the information there, and then we'll turn around and march back to our destination.
Gotcha. And there's going to be, again, not just the march, but information. If you have any family member that's suffered from these things, hypertension or cancer, you get to represent them and hold up a sign and show your support.
Yes.
Show your support for them.
Yes. And we're going to have so many people. We're going to have people from the Cancer Society, the Alzheimer's Society. We're going to have information on hypertension. The American Heart Association has gotten involved. It's going to be a lot of valuable information. There are so many programs out there, David, that do free breast screenings every month for ladies and mammograms. They do free lung screenings, John Amos. So there's a lot of valuable information out here to be given away, and I hope that we take heed to it.
Absolutely. So again, this is a time for us to be more conscious of our health. We all have had family members or friends who have been affected by some type of probably preventable health issue. This is a moment, and we have a lot of marches. There are marches when there is inequity in the community. This is a march for us, for our health. So let's all make sure we support it. Again, it's January the 28th. That's a Saturday from 12 to 2. And give us the address again.
1190 Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. And if you want to contact me, they can also reach me at 706-573-6069, or they can email me at justsportswear@bellsouth.net. Again, my number is 706-573-6069, and my email address is justsportswear@bellsouth.net.
So here's to a happy and healthy 2017. Let's get out and support these events. Let's support each other. Let's all make sure we enjoy this year. Thanks again for watching. This is Columbus Connection.